Have you ever noticed how easy it is to talk about change and how hard it is to actually make it? Many of us share our plans, our struggles, and our dreams, hoping that saying them out loud will move our lives forward. But sometimes, the more we talk, the less we move. This is a quiet truth about growth, and it begins with a boy named Lucas. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support. Lucas lived in a small village where mornings arrived gently and evenings rested on the hills like a soft blanket. People there spoke often, sharing news, worries, and hopes along the narrow paths. Lucas was known for his words. He talked about what he wanted to become, about how tomorrow would be different, about how soon his life would change. When he spoke, people listened at first. He felt lighter after every conversation, as if each word carried part of his effort for him. But when the days passed and the seasons shifted, Lucas remained the same. His hands showed no signs of work, and his days ended much like they began. Slowly, the listening changed. Nods replaced questions. Smiles replaced belief. Lucas felt this change, even though no one said it aloud. One quiet evening, he wandered to the river beyond the fields. The water moved steadily, never stopping to explain where it was going. It did not rush, and it did not hesitate. Watching it, Lucas felt something settle inside him. For the first time, he understood that speaking had given him comfort, but not direction. That night, Lucas made a promise. He did not say it to the sky or whisper it to the walls. He held it silently in his chest. From that moment on, he would let his actions arrive before his words. The next morning, Lucas rose before the village stirred. He walked to an old workshop near the countryside, a place he had often entered and quickly left. This time, he stayed. He swept the floor. He sorted the tools. He began to work without telling anyone why. Days passed. When people asked him what he was doing, he answered simply and returned to his task. The silence felt heavy at first. There were moments when he wanted to explain himself, to share how difficult it was, to be seen trying. But each time, he chose to continue instead. The work tested him. His hands grew sore. Mistakes slowed him down. Without an audience, there was no praise to lift him and no excuses to protect him. Every failure belonged only to him, and so did every lesson. Weeks turned into months. Lucas changed in ways that did not ask for attention. His steps became steadier. His eyes grew calmer. He moved through the village without stopping to describe his future. People noticed, not because he spoke, but because he no longer needed to. In the quiet of the workshop, something real began to take shape. Lucas adjusted his work again and again, guided by patience rather than approval. Each improvement came from effort repeated, not promises made. One afternoon, an older craftsman passed by and paused at the doorway. He watched for a moment, said nothing, and left with a small nod. That single gesture stayed with Lucas longer than any praise he had ever received. When the season of gathering arrived, Lucas brought his finished work to the village market. He placed it among the others without announcement. People stopped. They looked closely. Questions came, not about what he planned to do next, but about what stood clearly before them. Lucas answered with few words. There was nothing left to explain. That evening, he returned to the river. It flowed as it always had, shaping its path through steady movement. Lucas understood then that silence had protected his promise. Without outside voices, it had grown stronger. He had learned that talking can feel like progress, but quiet effort becomes progress. From that day on, Lucas shared less about where he was going. He let time and consistency speak instead. And perhaps the promise you keep to yourself today will be the one that changes your life tomorrow. What promise are you keeping quietly right now? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.